Hello, 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 and welcome to the podcast. Our special guest that we have today is Shantina Jasmine of Aurora, Colorado, and Shantina of Colorado Springs. They are both entrepreneurs and hair stylists. I believe Shantina has businesses there as well, but I'm going to go ahead and can ask whatever questions you want and hear how when I say we, because I am also a entrepreneur, deal with the business. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine. I'm well. How are you, ladies?
I'm well, Jasmine. Shantina, let me get you in here. What's going on? There we go. Hi. How are you? Oh, she disappeared again. Let's try it again.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Hi,
Hey, lady, how you doing? Long time no see.
Good. Long time no see. Right. Okay, so as I was telling everybody, this is a show of entrepreneur, salon owners and entrepreneur show. We'll start first. I'll let Jasmine, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, let people know where you're located and whatever else you want to tell them.
Awesome. Well, hello. My name is Jasmine. I am the owner of Bougie Beauty Bar and Company. We're located in Aurora off of 6th and Chambers, and we specialize in hair extension services, braid services, lashes, and now a wig bar. And so we are looking to expand even more. So we've been in business since, let's see, I think I registered in 2011. And we opened our doors officially October 21st, to be exact, of 2016. So it's been a long time coming.
Right. And you, Shantina?
I am Shantina from Colorado Springs, and I am an entrepreneur here. I specialize in hair, makeup, wardrobe. I just retired from what I used to do, which was just hair, nails, and makeup, too, into something just a little bit different to give my co-workers an opportunity to make better money, a platform.
Right.
With Brides by Tina.
Right. You also do some right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have two businesses. I have Lashes by Tina and Brides by Tina. Brides by Tina is a wedding business. So basically, what I'm doing right now is building a wedding business to give other entrepreneurs a platform to stand on that are awesome. You know, really, really good entrepreneurs, so we can all get together and do wedding parties, bridal parties, and everything like that. Lashes by Tina, that is created for professionals. Lashes by Tina is actually it's my product line, and I train you how to use it the proper way, and I also give good business advice to those who want to learn a little bit more about starting a business and things like that. So Lashes by Tina, that's what that is. And then Brides by Tina is a whole totally different business.
Okay, so we're going to start here with the questions. And thank you, everybody who's joining us. Then we have Jazz of, is it Bougie Beauty Bar? And Shantina with Brides and Lashes by Tina. And Lashes by Tina. So we'll start with what started you guys. We'll start with Jasmine. What started you and prompted you to start your own business, to be an entrepreneur, just to go out? It's granted, there's a lot of people who own businesses as a whole, but it's a small few who actually will step outside and do it.
Yeah. So for me, it was different. I came from the corporate world. My background is in finance and in trading and in business admin. And so what I did was I hit like a rock bottom point sometime in my life in 2011. I lost my dad. And I vowed to myself at that point that, I had to find what made Jasmine happy. And I knew that offering beauty services to women was it, you know, so I didn't look back. You know, I went to school full time, went to cosmetology school full time with, thankfully, all my children were school age, so I was able to do that. And I stayed the course. You know, it was rough. It was hard going from something that was a steady paycheck and having a 401k and, you know, not worrying about when I left that job, I had to roll over and, you know, all the stability, all the things that came from leaving that. And then from there, not knowing, you know, how I was going to attract clients and how can I apply my background and my knowledge and into an entrepreneurial lifestyle. But luckily, from there, after beauty school, I decided to work at a few salons and learn as much as I possibly could, if possible. And then from there, I just hit the ground running. You know, I built a clientele, I think, of about 200 within a 6-month time frame. And then literally maybe 4 months after that, I opened the doors of my suite along with some other young ladies. And I haven't looked back since, but it hasn't been easy. It's been quite I will say that I work harder now. Right. I work harder now than I ever did in corporate, you know, and I get it now. I get it why corporate is structured the way that it is. So that's how I started to get started.
Well, good for you. Congratulations. And then you, Shantina, what prompted you to start your own business?
I think I was always meant to be an entrepreneur. It was just something that I feel like I was just born to do. I was really good at just watching things or watching people, and I was really good at duplicating anything that I could really see. So I started my business when I was about maybe 26 years old is when I opened up my first salon. I was actually going to school to be a pharmacy technician, and I finished. But I opened my doors as soon as I finished that. I ended up opening up my hair salon. It was something that I had more passion for. So when I realized that I didn't need, you know, I was working for a company. They were taking about 60% of my pay. I didn't really like that at all. And then when I seen they wasn't really providing me with much, but just a place to work and, you know, taking phone calls, which I already took my own appointments down and kind of did that myself. So I didn't really need that. I didn't need the middleman in the middle taking my 60%. So I decided to, you know, I talked to my clients about it, and they're like, you know, Shantina, if you was in a trash can, we follow you. So I said, okay. I said, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can go somewhere else. And so that's when I started booth renting and working for myself. And then one of my friends, she called me and she was like, how is it? Because she was still at the other place working for the people. And I was like, girl, I made in one day I made what I made working the whole week at that company. And I was like, and I know you could too, because you have way more clientele than I do, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I'm not turning back. I ain't going. They're not going to take all my money like that. So you know, I always had the ability to grab a large audience. So I took my audience with me when I started booth renting. And it was very peaceful because it was an environment that I created for myself. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't with a whole bunch of girls. It wasn't messy. It was just me and my client in a peaceful place to work. And then that's really how I got started with hair, you know, hair and nails. But as I did it, I wanted to do something bigger. And that's what Brides by Tina is. Brides by Tina is going to give other entrepreneurs that are like me a platform to stand on where they can make good money doing what they do because they know what they're doing. And so basically all the people that I have pretty much, they have their own businesses and they work for themselves. So, and they're really good. So basically they just come with me on the job and help me finish the job and complete big jobs that I can't.
Right. And then your your Lashes by Tina, I just want to be clear, is to teach people how to be a lash technician, correct?
It's something like say if you had you have a crew of entrepreneurs that work for you and you say, hey Shantina, I need you to come up here and train my employees, so we can add eyelash extensions to the services, so we can make more money. So I would just come up there and I would train you and your students. It'll be a 2-day training course, and I will teach you guys how to apply eyelash extensions in a safe and sanitary manner. And then I also throw out business tips on how to be successful with the business, because I've been doing this pretty much all my life.
Right. So say that, and when people become entrepreneurs, they do work harder than they would have if they were at a 9-to-5. But the good thing about it is you can create your schedule, especially if you have children. For me, it made it easy for me because I had a child and I didn't miss anything that he had. I made every event, every game. If something happens, you can call off work. And granted, you do work longer hours, but you can pretty much come and go as you please at your will. And I'll say this about this job too. It is the one, and not one and only, but one of the few jobs where you can make 6 figures and you don't have a degree. As much as you want, or little as you want. It just is up to you. You know what I mean?
That's correct. Yeah, I gotta say that does help when you can take off whenever you need to. And also you get 100% of your income. You're not having somebody take 60% just to stand in their little, studio or whatever and work. So
I see a lot of people, like Jasmine said, she came from corporate America. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of women, not just become who were in corporate America, and they decide to open up their own for almost the same reasons. Jasmine said you don't want to have a boss. You your own schedule, and a little more flexibility. But a lot of people, especially in the last 10 years, especially women, a lot of them have been starting their own business, down from clothing lines, facial products, body products, writing books. I mean, we just have been soaring when it comes to opening up your own business. Wigs, lashes, like you said, extension hair. So the next question I have for you guys, are you happy? And what would you change, do different? Start with you, Shantina.
I'm always happy working for myself. I have never been able to work for the man. I worked for the man for maybe like 2.5 years, and after that, that's all I did. I have had maybe like a couple of jobs in between, but it's never worked out because I could never have the freedom that I have working for myself. I can take off when I want. And I'm a happy person, it makes me happy. I used to talk to my clients when they sit in my chair, and that's what they do most of the time. They complain about their boss, or they complain about what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? So I've always felt like it was very stress-free. My kids are, I had the attention to give them. Both of my kids are in college, 2 of my oldest daughters, and then my little one, she's in school doing great. It's because I have the time to do it. I can take her to dance classes. I have her involved in violin lessons. I couldn't do that if I had to work for the man.
Right. And what about you, Jasmine? What would you do different, or would you change anything?
I am beyond ecstatic. I'm very happy working for myself. I could never imagine going back working for corporate. And so what would I have done differently? Honestly, I think since I had always been doing hair out of the house, and I was before going to beauty school and all that, and then working the corporate job during the week and doing hair on the weekends at the house. I think when I got out of beauty school, I think I should have got under the belt of a franchise salon. So maybe more so like an Antoine Duché or something that was, of a grander scale, just so I can observe more so of the business aspect, or, and how fluid that ran. So, but other than that, no, I don't regret anything.
Yeah, neither do I. So I have put my son through college working this job. I don't have any complaints about my lifestyle or anything that has happened in the industry, good or bad. There are some things I probably could have changed, but I've done that already, and we can talk about that later. Mistakes have you made, if any, and what you do differently to avoid the mistakes? That would be the one that I'm talking about.
Okay.
And we'll go
with
you, Jasmine.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Mistakes that I've made and if any, what I wish I could have avoided about them. I think first getting into beauty school, I wish I would have again got under the belt of somebody or a franchise to definitely get more training at that time. And I think that would have been pivotal had I had a salon owner to look out for me. You know what I mean? Someone to actually and teach me instead of me having to wait once a year to get to Atlanta to go to Bronner Brothers to take a hair show. You know what I mean? And a lot of the cutting classes weren't textured cutting classes that were by the local distributors. They were, so I think that's something that I wish I would have known more about or had underneath my belt. And then I feel like that's a mistake. I think I was ignorant and young at that time and didn't, do my research like I could have, I think that's pretty much it. But after all that's said and done, I think I've learned what I've needed to learn and I'm at a good place. So.
All right. What about you, Shantina? What
I would say I would say the best thing that I learned being an entrepreneur and mistakes that I made was probably not making clients put a deposit down. Because they waste a lot of their time. They waste a lot, and I really wish more stylists, I wish all of us stylists and barbers would just come together and make everybody pay a deposit. That way nobody would have a choice but to pay a deposit, because people will not waste your time when they have to put the money down, and that money is mine if you don't show up, So that's probably what I would have did a little bit different. So now what I do is if it's a referral, I'll probably take you in one time to see how you are. If you don't show up, then you go back to the stranger to me.
Right.
Yeah. If you're a stranger and you're calling me and I know nothing about you, you will put a deposit down to get in with me, because I just don't have much time as it is. In 24 hours, we don't have much time, so I don't have time to waste.
I agree.
Right, and I don't think people think that your time is just as valuable as theirs. And I feel like if I'm respecting your time and treats that, you should do the same thing. I don't too much make my regulars do it. I mean, I have clients that I've had for over 20, but I do require for clients to put a credit card down now because of those. So, and especially with this whole COVID thing, I mean, it's just, it's messed up a lot. A lot of us, not just hairstylists, but a lot of businesses have lost a lot of income last year. So you just have to be mindful of that. Let's see. And then next question is, do you see yourself in a year? That's only 12 months. Like last year, we wouldn't have even thought about COVID the year prior. So where do you see yourself in the next year since this pandemic, Shantina?
Well, I want to see myself, I want to open up another commercial space to do my paintings, like my wedding parties, because I do sip and paint events as well. And I do them for bachelorette parties, brides, any type of special event I set up for that. So I will see myself in about a year with just the area that I can actually do these events for my clients that are coming in, the new clients coming in.
And what
with
about you,
Lashes by
Jasmine?
Tina. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry about that, Shantina. Go
Right. Got
ahead.
you. Oh, with Lashes by Tina, I just want to get to my second volume with I'm going to do a hybrid and a volume class. So I'm working on that, but I've been really busy with Brides by Tina, so I'm gonna get to
Your
that
Brides by
soon.
Tina, I see that you're doing like shoots. What is it like?
Yeah, I work with
Laundry?
so if you go to my page, you'll see I have a page for photographers. So photographers can hire me that do boudoir, that specialize in boudoir to come and dress their
Oh, I was
clients
wondering.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, they can pay me to dress their clients up and bring the wardrobe with me. So we do hair, makeup, and wardrobe for boudoir sessions. And so that's what it is. It just is an opportunity for photographers to have, like, you know, that's something that they don't have to worry about. So we just make the model look perfect, or the client that's getting ready to do the photo shoot, and then they just snap the photos. So that's what Brides
Okay.
by Tina does, as well as for photography anyways.
Okay. And then what about you, Jasmine? Where do you see yourself in a year?
I really see myself more engaged in, you know, those 4 buckets of life. One is the community, second one is family life, third one is personal care, and then fourth, of course, is work. But I really want to hone in on that bucket of the community. And so I am a mentor for Rocky Mountain Microfinance. And so I am hoping and wanting and wishing to just kind of engage more and find more clients and pivoting more so into business consulting work.
Right, right. Um, so when you are looking for staff, I don't know if you're Shantina, I know you worked by yourself in your salon at one point, but when you guys are looking for staff, what type of people are you looking for when you're hiring? There may be people on here that to find a job doing. So what do you look for when you're looking for staff? Jasmine.
So I'm looking more so for people that fit the culture of what my brand presents. And so if you fit the culture of, you know, being able to really service people, you're teachable, and mainly someone who has some good moral ethics. So I can't teach anyone how to be polite. I can't teach the stuff that you're supposed to learn from your parents. I can't teach, you know, all those things that, you know, mommy and daddy should have taught you. But what I can teach is a technique.
Right.
And so
Right.
I definitely am looking for someone that has a good core foundation in regards to pretty much a good character. You know, they have a good character about them. And then from there, they may not necessarily have the technique, or they're fresh out of school, or, you know, they're a mom or a woman like me who's deciding, look, I've been doing hair out of my kitchen on the side. I'm going to go ahead and leave corporate, but I want to get underneath someone that can actually teach me and that doesn't have a problem with making me feel like I'm biting off of them. So that's mainly what I look
Right,
for.
right,
Someone who's teachable and that can fit the culture of the salon, that doesn't bring drama and mess. Elevation.
What about you, Shantina? Right, right.
First of all of the people that work with me, I wouldn't say they work for me because they're already entrepreneurs and business owners. So basically, I just have a handful of business owners that I know are reliable, that I can call if I have a job. Like, say, if I have a job up in Denver, I'll say, "Hey, Dorina, I got a big job. I can't do it by myself. Can you come with me and help me take half of it, and I'll take half of it? You know what I'm saying? Let's knock this out and make this money." So basically that's what I do. So I'm not really looking to hire anybody. I know a pretty good amount of hairdressers and barbers. So if I get a job that's too big for me, then I just help, you know, take my job and spread it out to others. But you know, but my prices are good, and if they charge, they're able to charge whatever their prices are at their salon. So that's basically what I do with Brides by Tina. What I look
I will
for
say that, go ahead. It's delayed. Go ahead.
what I look for if you know to for I guess a good person, they need to be consistent. They need to treat their clients kind, and let's see what else. They need to stay at their place of business during business hours. That's what I
Right.
noticed about us. That's what I noticed about us. Like I've seen some opening up businesses or whatever. And if your business is a business that you do services and you go by appointments, then go by appointments. But if you open at 10 a.m., you need to be there probably by 9 o'clock
Be
to
there.
get everything open. You know,
Right,
you need to be
right,
reliable.
right. Don't walk in
Yeah,
20 minutes after after the client's appointment. Right.
exactly. Nobody, not, there are people
And I've
like
seen
that, but no.
I've seen a lot of that. Where
Yes.
how about after the client's
Yes.
appointment?
And see, what they don't
I
realize
know
is
that.
that the first client of the day, if they're late, they mess it up for the whole day, and then your other clients are mad at you. So that's why you can't
Right,
take a client that's late. It's not worth it.
right. I got to was up to here with it because I do ask the question, how do you book? And this is how we book here. One of my lines is my expectations of myself are very high. So I expect of everybody that comes in of business where I work and where you're going to work. If you don't see yourself that way, you probably won't be a place you want to work at. And 9 times out of
Yes.
10, it's not a place they want to work at.
No. The thing about it is organized people. I'm an organized person, so I like organized clients. And clients that usually the ladies that I deal with, they're professional women. They have to be at corporate at a certain time, so they're going to be on
Right.
time. And that's the type of clientele I'm looking for. If they do not respect my time, I don't need them as a client. I don't add them. I give them a couple of chances, but if it keeps happening, then I just can't. I can't do it. Can't sacrifice my business for that.
Right. So do you have that problem, Jasmine, with some of the people that work in your salon, or are they pretty efficient with scheduling clients?
Well, my structure is different than both of you guys. I'm commission based, and so I run my ship kind of like corporate. So there's a set schedule, there's a set time, and I set the standards on exactly what the needs of the business are. So I did, when I first started, do booth rental, but I felt that me as being me having a brand, I couldn't allow someone to come and go as they please or whatever the case may be, and put a damper or the name of the salon. So I decided to change the structure and take matters into my own hands and try and figure out what other options were there for my business and what I want out of it. So I had to take my control back.
Right. And that's funny you said that, because that was going to be one of the things that I talked about when we were talking mistakes. I'm not going to so much say it was a mistake. I feel like now, after all, I'm ready to retire. That I would do, if I could do it again, I probably would do more so, maybe take a couple people that are booth renters, but the whole salon would probably be commissioned, because I have more control. Because when people are self-employed, they feel like they don't have to follow your brand, but they don't realize that someone does own the establishment that they work in. So there's still a brand that you have, like Shantina said, very organized, and I like everything to be cohesive. Nobody anywhere black, but you don't have a choice. You work at my salon. I can have a talk with you and tell you that you're standing clients up, but then I got to the point where if you were 45 minutes late, by the time you walk in, they was under the dryer, because I wasn't going to leave a client sitting out there for 45 minutes. So I'd either have somebody else start them, or I would start them. The staff, I agree with you, Jasmine, what you said. The staff is the core of your business. It's the core of your brand. And when you hire people, booth renters or commission based, doesn't matter if you have a scale salon with the best of everything. If your staff sucks and they don't have personality, they're rude, they don't have soft, they lack soft skills, your business is lost. And so that is the problem that I had over the years. I love what I do for a living. I love my clients. I love making people look beautiful. I love my job. And there aren't very many people that can say that. I don't like stylists. And I'm going to be honest with you. So I am by myself and I am much happier. If someone decides to call, I may hire them. But the last few years of me being in business, I'm probably going to figure out some kind of way where I can just go commission the last. Other than have no complaints about this, but absolutely right, Jasmine, what you said about it being the core of your business, and you're smart for going commission based.
It's not easy though.
So
not easy.
Yeah, I would say like the only reason I never did commission based is because I felt like it didn't keep the stylist honest. I felt like the stylist, you know, you would have more problems with maybe theft and things like that if you were to do commission, because what if I had a salon like that, I would want my clientele to grow. I wouldn't want them to, and because me, that's how I am. I'm not going to work for somebody, and if I feel like, hey, now I have a fat clientele and you still want me to do commission, I'm not, you know, it's in a lot of people, they will watch you for a minute, but they leave if they're not happy. So that's why I decided to work with just entrepreneurs and freelance with it. You know, it can be a headache sometimes.
Right.
Okay, commission.
I mean, my telephone rings. Right. My phone rings much. When the salon was 1,500 square feet to now 800 square feet. Salon number that rings so that I can either commission or booth rental. People have come into the salon and can build a clientele in months. They can come in with not one client. If you are good, you have a huge clientele base of 150 to 200 clients in 3 months. I just start sending clients someplace else because I can't do everybody's hair. My next question for you ladies is, and this has to do with people that work for you. What do you do, or how do you handle if you have someone that's not living up to your expectations, booth renter or commission based, or they're just, I call it a cancer, or they're being a cancer in the business? What would you do?
Pretty much, you know, for me, I have an HR consultant, and so we pretty much come up with an action plan, and we put it all in writing, and we set a guideline and goals, and we track them out, and that's pretty much it. But it all comes back to, do they fit the culture of your business? And so
right.
People will weed themselves out, and in this industry, it's like a revolving door. Sometimes it just happens. You can't be emotionally attached. You can't have abandonment issues in this industry. You just have to let it flow.
What about you, Shantina? Right, you cannot, and people are going to do them. I say they'll send their representative when they come for an interview. So you're going to be the best you can be. That's a meetup, but then after about, I don't know, maybe 3 months, you start to see that they're not a good fit. What about you, Shantina?
I think, chime in real quick. I'm sorry. I think if you have them,
it's okay.
Like if you have them on like a probationary period, you know, people, like you said, will show you that representative just to the end of that probationary period. So then that's when you'd have to go back to the drawing board and either extend it or find, you know, again, a track plan to kind of either bring them back on track or, you know, let them know that it is what it is.
Right. Gotta let them go. Right. I get it. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shantina.
I experienced that when I first opened my salon. I realized that people just not going to take care of your things like if it was their own. So they just not going to. I didn't really care for
And some
working with
people don't
people
take
like
care of
that.
their own.
Yeah, exactly. So I did try that at first, but I think that was that first learning experience was like, nah, I need to just work by myself. That's why with Brides by Tina, I hire entrepreneurs because I just spread the job out. If they need something done, I send them to them and they take them inside their salon. So that way we all stay cool and we all get our money and we all get along.
Right. And then I have my next question, which is, what do you recommend? What would you recommend for other people, entrepreneurs, not just hairstylists, but just entrepreneurs period, people who are trying to get in the salon business, the hair business, or just to be an entrepreneur period? Shantina, what would you recommend? And what is your advice to people?
Stay consistent. If this is something that you want to do, first of all, you need to get get it. You need to have down pat whatever. You need to have a plan behind whatever you're trying to do. And if you have a plan, you need to first go get you a business license from Secretary of State. Get licensed so you can be legit. And then make sure you plan about how much money it's going to take you to open, and make sure that you have a clientele to back you up. So when I went on my own, I built my clientele first. So I did work for a corporation, and I would suggest anybody to work for somebody when you come out of hair school, because you're not going to be able to do it just by yourself unless you just already been doing it.
No, you're not. Right.
Yeah. So you need to get behind somebody that knows what they're doing, and like maybe spend 6 months to a year building your clientele. Make sure it's solid, and then make sure you have your client's information. For one, I do not let a company keep you have to keep their records, but I'm going to keep my own records. I always have kept my own records.
Right.
Of clientele coming in, because when you leave, those people are not going to tell your clients where you went. And so that's basically what I did to get started. And you just have to be consistent, dependable, and you need to be punctual too when you're running.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very important. It's important to be on time. Like you said, minutes to an hour, setting yourself up to get started before your clients walk in. And that's with any business that you have. It looks bad when you're walking in after the client gets there, or they're standing outside waiting for you. I do understand things happen. It happens to clients. They have appointments with you. It's happened to business owners. So how about you, Jasmine?
I'm going to piggyback off of that. I definitely feel like getting under a salon owner that you feel that you can learn from. And even if that means giving yourself 6 months at this salon, 6 months at that salon, just so you can learn. But most importantly, I think what we lack in this industry is customer service. I honestly feel that if you take on with the general public, you should have some experience in customer service. That is not something that's going to be taught in beauty school. That is something that's going to be taught hands-on in the field. And so 3 things: getting under a salon owner who already who is willing to teach you, and as long as you're teachable. The second thing is getting some customer service experience, getting out there and being involved with the general public. And then the third thing, of course, is taking a business class. There's so many free classes that are offered. There's even Mikasa's Women's Resource Center. There's Rocky Mountain Microfinance. There's Sisterpreneurs. There's so many things that you can actually get
and you have coaches too.
Yeah,
coaches.
Get underneath your belt.
Sisterpreneurs just took off. I mean, she's there for everybody. She's amazing. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I didn't mean to.
No, that's pretty much it. Those 3 things: getting under a salon owner, getting some customer service skills under your belt, and then, of course, taking a free class somewhere. And you don't have to, spend boohoo money, trying to fly out to Atlanta and attending this class and that place. We have lots of local resources here in the Denver metro area where people fresh out of school can have those resources to come up with those plans and a financial plan and know exactly, okay, so it's going to take me, I have to pay this month if I'm going to get my own studio, but it's going to cost me this month if I rent a chair from this person at this salon. Let me do my price budgeting. How much is it going to cost for my marketing material? How much is it going to cost me to run ads? Do I need a new phone so I can take better pictures? Do I need a ring light? Am I going to need, is this stylist willing to teach me this if we can barter a service so I can learn how to do knotless bob braids or whatever the case is? So I think having that whole game plan all in one and not winging it. You know, as entrepreneurs, we wing it all the time, and that's where the error really comes in, is winging it. You don't know.
It's about investing in yourself, and don't do that. Like you said, there's a lot of things out there that you don't have to pay for, but then there are some things that you are going to have to pay for. So you have to invest in yourself. And if you do not invest in yourself or do continuing education, you will fall by the wayside. And that doesn't matter. It does not matter what type of business it is. You can't just open something and do nothing. You will not move forward at all in this business. I've seen people in this industry stuck, like they're still doing hair like they were doing in the 80s or 90s, and there's so many things that have changed, and they don't know how to do any of it because they didn't want to pay to take classes, and they did not want to invest in advertising. They didn't want to invest in anything. So that is very important what you said, Jasmine. That was a good one.
Social media is another way to stay on top. Like back in the day when I first started, we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have Facebook. I used to get
we did not.
No, you can't now. Now you have so many talented people. You really got to work hard for your money because the people that
you got to work hard.
You got to work. You got to stay on top. You got to stay on top of the latest trends. You got to keep and you have to reinvent yourself over and over again.
Yes.
Over and over again. I remember, it's funny you said that, Shantina. We would get flyers and we would pass flyers out. You on your days that you were off, you'd go to every event, you put flyers on people's cars and in parking lots, on the streets of apartment complexes. I'd walk up and down and drive from neighborhood to neighborhood and stick them on people's doors with a little piece of tape. I mean, there were so many different things that you could think of. Newspaper advertisements. The list is endless. And now all you do is post it. It's so easy. Everybody.
I ain't gonna lie, I still do old school. I still take my business cards and when I see people, I pass them out because honestly, and people respond better to me in person. Honestly, when I'm in person, people, I can go up to a lady and I would always get dressed early in the morning and go to maybe a nice grocery store, and then I would pick my clients. I see a nice lady, she looked like maybe she keeps herself up, but maybe her hair is in a nice neat bun, but you could tell it needs done. Hand her my card, and guess what? Just because I'm up early and I look approachable, she'll come to me.
Right. So that question. What do you guys do? How do you stay up on getting your clients in, keeping people coming into your salon, especially with you and being a commission-based salon? How do you keep the clients coming in? I know it has to be hard when you first open because you're not number one at the top of that list on Google yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So at the new location, pretty much we get a lot of our referrals. So when our clients book, they answer a little questionnaire, but a lot of our bookings come through online, which are done through Google. A lot of people find us on Instagram because of hashtags. I do have a few ads running a few different places. And then our website has like an online chat, so that way you can go in and ask a question, and then the reception.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So other than that, and then of course I've gotten clientele from you. So That's been great.
Right. Right. I needed somebody to take them. And what about you, Shantina? You said, like you said, you do social media?
Yeah, I try to keep up with the latest because I, like my daughters, they real smart, so they kind of keep me up on with what's going on. They'll say, "Oh, mom, you need to get off of Facebook. That's for old people. You need to you need to go to Instagram. That's where everybody's at. You need to do TikTok. That's where the money is, mom." And so honestly, they've helped me too to stay on top, and that's what I do. But I ain't gonna lie, Facebook brings me business too. So I try to do those
I get it
three
from
really.
I get it from all platforms.
Yeah, yeah. And groups, like all the groups and stuff that you can join, you can put your stuff out there too. So it's really different than what it used to be back in the day. I don't understand the stylists how they can't make no money right now. If you're, you're on your best work, you're on time,
Right.
your work is flawless, you should be able to get business.
I will say this: if you are with any other business, but with business, if you are in the business and you have no clients, none, but everybody else does, then it's probably you. There's that 50,
Yeah.
what is that, 80-20 rule? Like you can get two people that come from the same school, work at the same place, and one is busy and one isn't. Well, it's because you're not being efficient enough in doing what you're supposed to be doing to be like stylist A. Stylist B comes in late. Stylist B doesn't dress. Stylist B is rude. And the stylist A is every single thing that they're supposed to be doing. So stylist B needs to look at stylist A and become stylist A in their own way.
Yeah. And personality,
so if you're not busy,
yeah,
you're right.
Personality, like, come on, if you have a horrible personality, nobody's gonna want to be around you. But I've seen some people, they're not even that good. Like they're not even that good at what they do, but the way that they make people feel, people come back to them all day long just because of the way that they make you feel, and a lot of people really, sometimes they're just coming to talk to somebody for the day. A lot of times you get people that come in, they just need somebody to talk to. So if you can fill that void in their life and make them feel comfortable, man, they'll come back over and over and over again. You build relationships with your clients. You know what I'm saying? I'm not after 3,000 followers. I need 300 solid people that are gonna be paying clients that love coming through,
Exactly. Exactly. Because we do we become counselors, and we are counselors.
We should get paid way more.
Right. So you not only, and I will say this too, I had a conversation, I think it was with Jasmine. You have this, and the people that work for you or work with you only see you as a business owner. They don't see you as a mother. They don't see you as a wife. They don't see you as a friend. All they know is that you're a business owner. So they don't realize with any business that you not only have to deal with yourself, your clients, you have to deal with them, their clients. You have to deal with all the other people that are coming in, all the other phone calls. And then outside of that, the people that work in your business don't know with each individual person that works in your salon. So a lot of people take that into consideration when they go to work in a business, is that business owner, of course, is a business owner, but they have about 5 or 6 different hats when they walk in that door.
Yes.
So all right, all right.
I would definitely agree. I will say year 2020 and 2021 has been the year for me to start where I have started delegating a lot more. And it feels great not to have to wear as many hats. So that way I'm more so able to focus on the business and not so much in the business. And so I do feel like, a lot of the weight is lifted off of me. But at the same time, even though those weights are lifted off of me, I still have to micromanage each and every single one, each and every single bucket of, this area of social media, this area of,
Right.
you know, whatever the case is. And so, but there is a lot that comes with it. I think what is the misconception is that people see the overall forefront and they see, oh, it's just so pretty, you know,
Yes.
where this money coming from? How'd you do this? A for X, Z.
We make it look easy.
You make it look easy, but behind the scenes, when you're dealing with the CPA, when you're dealing with the financial advisor, for us, we have a CFO that I meet monthly. When you're dealing with, you know, all these different pieces of the puzzle to make things run smoothly. You know, when you're meeting with distributors once a week, or you're meeting with, you got to make sure that you're up at a certain time to reach out to this manufacturer because it's a different time zone in China or in India or whatever the case is. You know, so there's a lot that goes into it, and it's more so for me. It gets a little frustrating because again, everybody only sees the fluff, the prettiness, you know, that's displayed, but
behind do the same thing, right?
Behind the scenes, it's like, what's the POS software, and then the booking company, and then the credit card processing, and sorry, my window's open. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
That's okay.
But all the other parts that are behind the fluff that aren't seen, and I think that's important. Whenever anyone is looking for a job or whatever the case is, know that in order for that entrepreneur, for that business owner to offer you that job, there are certain working gears to make that go into effect.
Right. You agree, Shantina? I agree.
Yes. Yeah, definitely agree.
Okay.
Nobody sees what they do. They see the glitz, the glam, and it does look easy, but behind that, we are working all the time. I am working all the time, posting, marketing, trying to get my name out there for my business, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline and consistency.
And then if you're a mother, you're not only that, you're having to run children and make sure that they're logged in for Zoom on time, make sure they're not playing the game when they're supposed to. You know, when you know, if for me, my situation is that my son's my 1-year-old, his daycare closes at a certain time. So I've got to get out the salon at a certain time in traffic because they changed their hours due to COVID. So, you know, there's so many working parts, right? So many working parts that definitely need to be accounted for, you know.
A lot.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It is 6 o'clock almost. That went by fast. Is there anything you guys want to say? We did talk about letting other people know what they could do to become an entrepreneur. It's not as easy as people think, but it can be done. You do. You feel a lot more freer because you don't have someone always behind you or on your back telling you what to do. I opened up my first business when I was 27, but even before I have so many different things that I do as an entrepreneur that it's not even funny. I do fitness and I sell extension hair, and I can go, the list goes on and on. I'm a photographer, I'm an event planner. I mean, it never stops. But I think people who become hairstylists, like with you, Jasmine, you were in corporate America, and who knew that once you started doing, I don't know if you did hair or that before you went to beauty school, but some people have the knack for this, right? People don't. Some people are trainable, but some people will go to do this for a living and they just cannot make it in the business because they don't have the knack for it. And beauty school doesn't give you the knack.
You have to have that fire, that drive, and that desire. But one thing I want to definitely hone in on, especially if anyone is, again, leaving corporate and coming into this industry, or fresh out of beauty school, or whatever the case, or is even contemplating. I will say that this industry can be cutthroat if you allow that energy into your life. Like, it can be definite. And what's worse about it all is that it comes from our own people. And so you can make the decision to whimper out and say, you know, I'm washing my hands, I can't deal with it. You know, so-and-so is talking about me or whatever the case is. Or you can stay the course and be like, I did not come this far to give up.
Give up. Exactly.
Right. So I definitely feel like that's one thing that's never really talked about is, yeah, this industry can be cutthroat. Yeah, our people are not the nicest, but if you find your own village of people that you feel like you can rely on or can go to, then I think that's wonderful, because I think there are great people in this industry that want to see other people succeed. And that's the most important takeaway. Right.
Exactly. That's true. And it's like over 600,000 people here. I think it's even more than that. I mean, it's enough people for everybody to eat. So I don't feel like we have to even be like that towards each other. But you know, I hope we're all just learning to just be better with us, you know.
Black girl magic.
Yeah, especially right. There you go. Yeah. Especially nowadays in the times that we're in, I think a lot of African American people, male and female, are learning to get along better, learning to love each other more and to help each other more, especially in business.
Yeah, and I see a lot more. I see a lot more people opening up businesses, and man, we have some talented people out here, you know. It just is so amazing to see. Yeah, I just see so many talented people that should have probably been opening their own business, and it's wonderful to see that, you know.
Okay, so advice from me. Go. You said you can agree?
Yeah.
So advice from me would be to just make sure that you are efficiently communicating with people, sell yourself, stay focused, always learn and learn to strategize, because everything changes. Like we said, continuing to learn is very valuable in any business that and I guess that's it. Like you said, never, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much somebody beats you up, this is yours. And you cannot let anybody take it away from you. So for that, I want you guys to repeat again, Jasmine, where you're located, how people can get in touch with you on media or emails, and you, Tina. So we'll start with Jasmine.
All right. So again, I own Bougie Beauty Bar and Company, and Bougie is spelled Booji. And our website is bougiebeauty.com. So that's Booji beauty.com. Our phone number is 720-507-8813. Your Instagram handle is Bougie Beauty. Same for our Facebook handle, along with our LinkedIn and our TikTok and all the other social media platforms. And then as far as email, bookings at bougiebeauty.com. We are hiring, and we're also taking clientele as well.
What about Jasmine?
You can always reach me, bridesbytina.com, if you're interested in getting services done, or if you're just interested in working with me. And I'm a freelancer, so I usually, for big wedding jobs, will go, gonna have to go to people, or they can come to us, because each business owner always has their own studio. So they can come to us, or we can come to them. You can text me. That's the fastest way to reach me, 719-205-3620. Miss Tina.
Okay, again, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. I hope we can do this again, and maybe next time I can have 10 business owners on the platform. I'm gonna say this. Right. Thank you, you guys, so much. Congratulations, Jasmine, on your new, bigger location. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to have to stop by. I today for the first time. That's where you were. I drove past every single day.
Yeah. We just got our new signage.
Yep, I saw it when I saw you put it on Facebook. They said have a good evening. When I saw you put it on Facebook, I was like, I know where that is, and I finally saw it today. So congratulations. I'm gonna have to stop.
All right,
ladies, y'all have a good one.
Right. Remember, and you guys remember, you're beautiful, strong, and amazing, and every day is a new start. Bye bye. Thank you so much, ladies.